Are you struggling to pass the funded accounts, whether it's for futures, funded accounts, Forex, funded accounts? Have you never taken a prop firm challenge before? You just want to learn like how the heck are people doing it? Have you tried to pass an account using your strategy, but your strategy for some reason is just not allowing you to pass the account? My name is Sean Bennett. I'm going to be basically going over how I passed my funded futures account in roughly 4 days. And again, I didn't do a Hail Mary trade just to send it and then just pass it in one day. I didn't have to do any resets. And I also used a very simple strategy, right? I didn't get lucky. I have a strategy that I use that consistently allows me to be profitable, not just on my personal account, but also in the prop firm space as well. So I want to kind of get into that a little bit with you guys. Hopefully this helps you. Hopefully you can take something out of it. And yeah, I hope this is valuable for you guys. So let me show you guys my dashboard right now. So again, this is the certificate that I got from MyFundedFutures. Here's how I passed it in 4 days. Let me show you the dashboard real quick. So this is the one that I have in progress right now after I passed it. Currently up $800 on that account, so nothing crazy. But this is the one that I passed. So, oh wait, did I go to that right? Yep, here we go. This is the one that I passed. So $9,075 is I needed to have a profit target of 9,000 to pass my account. And here are all the trades. So I did this a minute ago. I did this in April. I'm just now recording it though. But start date was April 16th. The end date was April 19th. So again, roughly about 4 days that I was basically doing all of this. So all the trades are also here too. So every single one of them is documented. This is the trade that basically passed everything, but I had 142 one day, 3,800 lost $780, and then the next day, that's the day that I passed, and that was my best trade of $5,800. Right? So I kind of want to go into like what I basically did to basically pass the account. I'm going to show you. I don't want to get into every single individual trade that I took, but here's some of the biggest trades that I took. This one I had took on that Wednesday. You might be wondering like, what are all these numbers and different things on your chart? I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But this is basically how I like to trade. I trade strictly price action. I don't trade SMC or ICT or anything like that. I've traded SMC before and some ICT constants before, but I found this strategy from one of my mentors, and his name is Rob Smith. He teaches a strategy called the Strat, and again, unfortunately, he passed away rather recently, but he's been perfecting this strategy, I think for about, if I'm not mistaken, for roughly about 20 years. I think he was working at the Chicago Board of Exchange. 20 years, he's perfecting this strategy, and I absolutely love it. It's a really simple strategy. It's been allowed me to be very objective about the market and not subjective. You know, like, are you in your trading space where you're like, I don't know if this is going to work, or I don't know what I should be doing right here, or in certain situations you have to do different things. Like, it's just like, you have like, it's almost like walking down a pathway and then it splits into two and you have to make a decision on what you want to do, right? It's not clear what you should be doing, right? The one thing I like about the strategy, it's extremely clear on what you're supposed to be doing. And this is why I'm able to actually take the trades that I take. So this is one trade that I took. This was a 2-on-2 reversal to the upside. I'm going to break that down, obviously, a little bit later in this video. And then I had taken this trade. This was the trade that I had made $4,600 roughly on that trade, accumulatively up until that point. And then this was the trade that basically passed everything for me. I was looking at a 2-2 reversal on the hourly time frame. And then I had caught another, I had basically caught a 2-2 reversal right here. That basically just made this hourly time frame go down as well. Like, I know this is kind of confusing because obviously like you're brand new to the strategy, so my apologies too. Let me actually go into, that's what you're kind of here for. Like, how did I pass the account? What strategy do I use? Let me actually just get into that. So you're probably wondering like, what are those numbers on the chart and what strategy is this? So the strategy is called the Strat, right? So it basically uses candlestick patterns and time frame continuity to basically enter and exit different positions in the market, right? The Strat teaches that there's only 3 things that can happen in the market, right? There's only 3 things that can happen. Inside candles where the price doesn't go anywhere. So if you ever see a market where it's just choppy, it's just going up and down, it's not really doing anything, it's consolidating, that is an inside candle, right? It's inside the range of a high or low of some previous candle. It's not doing anything, right? Then we have directional candles. This is where we have 2s, for example. Let me go into this. This is where we have twos. Two candles either break a high, which is called a two up, or it breaks the low of the previous range, which is a two down, right? So this is how we have direction. So if we have trending markets, the reason it's a trending market, right, is because there's twos, like there's two ups going in the market, just two up, two up, two up, right? I actually made a example down here. And this is one of the actual candlestick combinations, right? So this is called a 2-2 bullish continuation, right? Because this is a two up followed by a continuation up, right? It's a continuation to the upside, right? And I actually give it an example right here using elevators, right? So imagine it like each candlestick is an elevator, right? It's a floor, right? When it goes from floor 1 to floor 2, right? That's a 2-2 continuation, right? It's a two up. It's breaking the high and it's not breaking the previous low of the previous candle, right? So this is the same thing going up, same thing going down, right? So go from floor 2 to floor 1. That would be a 2-2 continuation to the downside, as you can see right here, right? So two candles are directional candles. That basically shows the trend. So remember, inside candles, everything is just ranging and not doing anything, right? Two candles are directional candles. So if it's a two up, that means that price broke the high. If it's a two down, that means price broke the low, right? And then we have three candles, outside candles, which take out the low, and then it takes out the high. So you ever get into a trade, and I've heard this in the community a lot, where they say, oh, the market is, the algos are kicking me out. The market just take me out of my position and stop me out, and then it goes in your direction, right? This isn't, you're not getting like intentionally, like they're not looking at you and saying, you know what, I want to specifically attack this person, right? This is just how price action is. It's called price discovery. The goal of price is to discover lows and discover highs, right? So for example, if I asked you just from a buyer perspective, right? If I asked you, would you buy a MacBook, right, for $5,000 or would you sell it for $5,000? What is your answer? Your answer most likely is going to be, I'd rather sell it for $5,000 and then I could buy it back, shoot, at a cheaper price, like at $3,000, $2,000, right? And make the difference, right? So because you have that mentality, you're going to sell it because you know that, all right, at this price, it is way overvalued, right? I'm going to sell it at this price, right? But if I asked you, hey, if it was a brand new MacBook, still in the case, still sealed up, would you buy it or sell it for $1,000? You'd be like, I'm buying that thing. It's $1,000. It's discounted and there's nothing wrong with it. Sign me up. I'm going to get that thing for $1,000, right? So that's the mentality of the market. So buyers want to step in at the low, right? At the lowest price possible. So this is the $1,000 price point for the MacBook, and this is the $5,000 price point. So price might come down, right? You might enter a trade, for example. Let's say you enter buy somewhere in this middle area, right? And then price comes down, takes out the low, and then you get stopped out of your trade. You're like, dang, I got stopped out of the trade. And then it's like, oh, it's going down. Buyers are loading up their orders. They're loading up their position. They're buying thousands. Let's say, for example, they're buying $1,000 MacBooks at $1,000 price point, right? That's $1 million worth of MacBooks. Once that thing go back up to $5,000 per MacBook, probably that's a $4,000 profit times the $1,000 that they got. That's $4 million. So they got 1 million. They just turned 1 million into 5. Why? Because they're loading up at the low. So when price hits the low, buyers are stepping into the market. When price hits the high, right here, when price hits the high, the goal of sellers is they're going to step into the market selling and betting on it going down because they think, hey, this is overvalued, right? So that's what the market overall is trying to do. So like this is what the strat is teaching me. It's teaching me the psychology of buyers and sellers in the market. And it literally gives me really simple ways to enter the trades, right? So on the trades that I took for, let's say, for example, for Wednesday and for Friday, let me show you like a few examples of those, right? One of the trades that I took was a 2-2 continuation, right? It's not the most favorable strat combination, but I took it anyway. And I was managing my risk. So this is what I took. I took a 2-2 bearish continuation. So when price breaks the low of the previous candle, I'm going to enter that trade to the downside, targeting that price is going to keep going down, right? One of the other entries that I had was like, it's textbook right here. Let me zoom in real quick. This is a 2, 1, 2 reversal, 2 down, right? So why is it a 2 down? It broke the low of this previous candle, right? It broke the low of this previous candle. this is an inside candle. Why? Because it doesn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. Therefore, it's inside. So what does inside candles represent? Inside candles basically represent you're just like, you're even with somebody. So like somebody gets a punch in, you get a punch in. Somebody gets a punch in, you get a punch in. Like sellers and buyers are at an equilibrium. They're equal, right? They're equal. They're equals right now, right? So the only way you know where price is going to go is if it what? If it breaks a high or if it breaks a low. Right? So this is an inside candle. So imagine an inside candle is almost like a water bottle. And you're just squeezing it and squeezing it and squeezing it. And it's causing a lot of built up pressure. So whichever way that I open up, you know, like you twist the water bottle and then you open up the cap. Whichever way I open up the cap, if I open up to the high, aka if I break the high, then price is going to go up. Why? Because buyers are more aggressive, right? So this is basically just a stalemate between buyers and sellers. When price breaks a high, that means that buyers are more aggressive than sellers. So buyers are breaking out of this equilibrium to the upside. They're breaking out of, we're equal to, nah, we running this thing. We stepping in here, bow. They take that thing to the upside. So this is a 2 down. Sellers were winning here. Then it went inside. So buyers and sellers started being indecisive. Like, who wants to be in control? Who wants to be in control? Then price broke the high. Buyers stepped in. And then as you can see from there, price started to go up continuously. Right? So that's an actionable signal. So if I go over here to the cheat sheet, I'm not making this up. Like this is the Strat Bible right here. Strat Bible. This is the actionable signals. We call them actionable signals because they're signals for us to take action. I don't do no subjective trading. Like, oh, I think it's gonna do this. I don't think it's gonna do anything. I'm gonna see it. What is it doing? I'm gonna trade off of that. I'm gonna take action based on what the market is telling me, not based on what I'm telling the market. Because the market don't care. Like, you enter trades where you've gotten stopped out or you just, like, you have an opinion on where you want it to go. And then you got stopped out anyway. The market don't care about how you feel. The market care about how it feels, how it wants to do, how it wants to move. So it's up to us as traders to be able to understand what that looks like and then trade off of that. So let me show y'all guys literally what that looks like. So where's the 212? So this is what I took. What is this? A 2 down inside candle. When it breaks the high of this inside candle, boom, that's my entry. Boom, this is going to be my first target. Let me show y'all that I'm not lying. There's 2 down, inside candle, 2 up. Let me go back to the thing. What did I show y'all? What is that? 2 down, inside candle. When price breaks the high, I'm entering that thing. I'll take profit. This is literally what I did. So I had gotten, on a smaller time frame, I had gotten an entry. But what I do is when it breaks the high, boom, I take profit up here. Then I move my stop loss to break even so I can't lose on the trade anymore, right? Because what happens? If it comes back down again and it takes out this low, what does that mean? That price is going down. If price is going down and I'm in buys and I'm in calls or whatever, I'm like trading options, I'm in calls, then I don't want to be a part of that. Like if price is going up, like if I'm in buys, I want price to go up. If it's going down, something's wrong. So I don't want to be a part of that. So once it breaks the low, hey, I'm out of that. So I literally took profit, set my stop loss to break even so I don't lose the trade anymore. And then price just keeps going up and I'll just take profit at the rest of these highs. So I'll take profit maybe at these highs, and I just did it like that. Or I'll exit my last trade once it did the reversal, which is what I did, right? So again, I use what the market is telling me to enter and exit positions. Like literally, I'm make sure to put this cheat sheet in the description of the video so you guys can literally access this. And then start to use it, right? But yeah, this is basically literally like, this is how I trade, right? So this is how I use the inside candle, 2 ups, 2 downs, and then outside candle. These are called 3s, right? This is where they take out the low and the high, or it takes out the high and then comes back down and takes out the low, right? The goal of price wants to expand. Buyers want to get at the low, sellers want to get at the high, right? Both want to get their fix. That's the goal of price, right? So I actually want to give you guys something real quick too, because again, like I don't want this video to be too long. But I created a course on the strat for you guys to get. It's free. Like I want to give you guys information for free, right? I'm so grateful for Rob Smith and everything that he's taught me. And I've been able to make thousands and thousands of dollars with his strategy. So I want to give you guys that information for free. So I put together a course for you. It's going to be in the description as well. And yeah, so anybody, and that's another thing too. I know a lot of people probably were in the Forex space that are watching this video potentially. And again, I'm talking about futures, like MyFundedFutures challenge, right? I believe that futures is a really powerful tool It's a very powerful asset. Even just with trading the prop firms and also trading on my own account, it's been very profitable, and it makes it really, really good to manage my risk, right? I'm actually going to do something. If you're interested, I'm thinking about doing this, but I don't want to have a lot of people in it. I'm going to put a wait list down in the description. If you're interested in learning about futures, learning my strategy, learning all this stuff, I'm going to go check out the wait list, check out that. Because I'm thinking about putting something together to teach it even more. Because I don't want to do a little bit more than just give you guys the free course and also the strat cheat sheet, like I call it. Let me show y'all what the strat cheat sheet. I want to give y'all a little bit more than just this. Like, I want to give personalized help for people that are trying to learn how to pass these accounts. Because again, a lot of people are making different mistakes, right? Because some people, it might be a strategy issue. Some people, it might be a mentality issue, like a trading mentality issue, right? So if you're interested in that, again, fill that out, check it out. I hope this video was valuable. Put in the comment section too if there's any questions that you guys have that you want me to cover in future videos. Because again, I want to use this YouTube channel to be able to help you guys out when it comes to the trading space. Like, trading does not have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be hard. It should just be like a video game. Like, I treat it like a video game, right? I started when I was 17 years old. I treat it like a video game. You should too, right? So I hope this video helps you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.